For today's episode of Florida Roadside Attractions and Abandoned Places, we return to Levy County. Headed north on US 41, also US 27. Levy County established in 1845. And the first stop here up front in the video will be this small town called Raleigh. Welcome to Raleigh, Florida. Like Raleigh, North Carolina, spelled the same way, although much smaller. Very small. And right here at 41 and County Road 335, check this out. Upon the rock, look at this beauty. Looks like some sort of an old general store. It's got vines growing up the side of it. Wow. Maybe an old rest stop or a roadway inn. And check this out. There is a Raleigh general store over there, a newer one. That one is actually vacant as well. This one looks cooler, doesn't it? Let's take a look around it. And here's the back side of it. You can see the chimney, the brick chimney. I don't think anyone's living there, but you never know. Hey, at one point, they had satellite. Maybe that still works. Yeah, this is right here at the crossroads. This is Raleigh, Florida. Just this. That's it. Check this out. I see something over here. There's something else abandoned across the way. Okay, this is very small. Wow. This may have been, this may have been an old post office. Little shack. See the enter? Also, there's used to be handicap parking over here. Ooh, watch the cobwebs. Let's take a look. Looks like the screen door's open. Wow. Those are like old courthouse chairs there. Look at all the cups. Ew, this is nasty. Yeah, look at this. It's locked, but oh, I could unlock it. Not much to see in there. I think there is a restroom right there to the left. This is just sitting here at the crossroads of Raleigh. Look at that. Right over there. It's the building you just saw. If that wasn't a post office, it was definitely some kind of a community center. I'm sure someone knows. I was about to get back in my car and then I looked across here. Look at this historic farm. That is a very old barn. Definitely see the age in this homestead. Very old house. It's in great shape though. Really good shape. And just right down the road. Look at that old shack. Whoa, I think someone might live there. And now the Raleigh crossroads right down there, that's where we started. Check this out. Have to zoom in. This might be the oldest structure I have shared this far. This is actually on that same property of the farmhouse and the barn that we saw. Hold on, let me zoom in. I'm gonna say at least early 1900s, if not late 1800s. Hear the roosters crowing? Do you hear the cicadas? The cicadas are here. Summer's here. Not technically, but it feels like summer. Welcome back to Florida Roadside Attractions and Abandoned Places, everyone. I'm Tampa J, and today we continue this journey. About 6 months ago, I was in Levy County. West of here, along US Highway 19, there's a forgotten ghost town by the name of Otter Creek. You may remember that episode. This is US Highway 41 I'm starting this intro on. We've got Raleigh, and then we got Archer, a little town called Archer just north of here. And that is the main focal point of this video. There is a historic machinery factory located somewhere inside Archer, and I'm hoping to take a look at that. Also, a historic train station. Williston, just south of us. We're gonna explore US Highway 41 again. We've explored a ton of it here on this series in Florida. There's a couple spots I missed, so here we go. We're gonna do it today. Thank you for joining me, guys. This channel wouldn't be the same without you. I hope you enjoy this episode. There's much ahead. And as I'm departing Raleigh here, back near the crossroads, this is a party corner. Look at all this mess. Oh my gosh. And look where this is. Check this out. There are the crossroads that I started the video. There's that old house. Yeah. This whole lot right here on the corner. Well, now we know they like to party in Raleigh. And litter. And just north of Raleigh, maybe a mile heading towards Archer, on the side of the road here, I actually turned around. Who knew that there were elephants in Levy County? I think that says Zoozale's Ranch. ZWO. Looks like an elephant sanctuary. There's the website. What is going on here? By appointment only. Maybe we could feed elephants? This is awesome. They could be elephant rescues. I know there's a lot of elephant rescues in Florida. When Barnum and Bailey broke up, their headquarters in Florida, I know there were quite a few elephants that had to go to sanctuaries. These could be some of those elephants. I might go down the road here. Oh, I see something else. It definitely looks like one of the old Barnum and Bailey circus train cars. I've been on many of those at Kirby Family Farm just south of here. That's where we go for the 6-Gun Territory Western Theme Park reunions and Scary Train Haunted House. Looks like they've got some train cars out here too for the elephants. This could be an old Barnum and Bailey train car like they have a few miles south of here at Kirby Family Farm. There being elephants out here, I would think so. Just sitting out there on a track. Grande Liberty Farm. Sylvia Zerbini's Liberty Equestrian Theater. Saturday and Sunday, 4:30 p.m. So there's an attraction out here too. We're gonna go down this road. There's also another sign right here. I wasn't expecting to see this today. So I'm driving back down this dirt road, hoping we see some elephants. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this beauty. An old horse stable. Mother Nature taking a toll upon it. Look at all the kudzu and the vines growing up it. All visits by appointment only. If I had more time, I would call. It says gates open 5 minutes prior to tour. Maybe next time. I can't show you the gates though. Check this gate out. There's elephants on the gate. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elephants. And I've peeked my head over the fence a little bit. I do not see an elephant out there. No, don't see any right now. Doesn't mean they're not there. Ooh, yeah, like way back there. I think I see a trunk. Way back in the shade. Do you see it? Way back in there. I think I see something moving. I think that's an elephant. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, check them out. I'm anxious to research online to see what their mission statement is and why these elephants are here. On my way back to 41, I looked over and I saw this giant live oak tree with these amazing branches. Now that is a stereotypical looking southern tree, isn't it? Very mystical. And welcome to Archer. We are now in Alachua County. I didn't realize Archer at first was in Alachua County. Just barely past Levy County. Look at this old structure here. Just some sort of an old office. Not being utilized. And right across the way here from this structure is the new post office, if I had to take a guess. Yeah, that's the Archer United States Post Office. And this is a very small town. Most of the town not on the main route. I see a sign down there to the left, or points to the left, says City Hall. Archer, Florida. Alachua County. Alachua County established in 1824, almost 2 decades before Levy County. Kimpton itself looks like an old filling station. So the sign says to turn left here to head to City Hall. And I think this is where the old factory is. Yeah, way down here. I can actually make it out. Look at this old bungalow. 1-car garage. All right, so I'm heading towards the City Hall area, downtown Archer. It's like a little park here on this point. A very historic home right there. Look at that. It's a pretty house. And then right here, just wanted to get out on foot here so you can see what's going on. Welcome to Archer. Not much going on here. You can see the Archer Machinery Factory in the background at the end of the street. And this building to the right, this large building, I believe is the City Hall. And there's a small building over here that has a historic marker next to it, a very small building. Okay, relocated my car. I was wrong. I'll tell you why I was wrong. Hold on. That building right there, that is not City Hall. City Hall is actually behind this little brick building, behind this historic sign. Archer City Hall. That's the municipal building. City of Archer Chamber of Commerce. And a historic sign to talk about the history of this small little town. Also, Archer Baptist Church. And the sign says, when Europeans first arrived in this area in the 16th century, the inhabitants were Timucuan Indians. I hope I pronounced that right. In 1774, traveling botanist William Bartram visited Seminole Indians nearby. In the 1850s, a town called Deer Hammock was established here, probably in anticipation of the construction of the Florida Railroad from Fernandina to Cedar Key. Upon completion of the railroad to Deer Hammock in 1859, the name of the town was changed in honor of James T. Archer, Florida's Secretary of State from 1845 to 1849, an advocate of internal improvements. The Archer Post Office was established the same year. And that sign goes on to tell more about the Civil War history that took place, the Confederate history that took place here in Archer. This is definitely the old post office. Definitely has that shape. And then I think the small building in front of City Hall right there, that may have been the original post office. Or that's the old Baptist church. See the Baptist church sign there? Comment below if you know. That definitely used to be something. It's a very small building. And we're gonna be on foot for a while now. We're gonna explore the buildings around downtown here. It looks like this is a tow-away zone. Looks like people live in here, but you can't park in front of it. And there's some kind of healthcare or senior healthcare here. University of Florida. And then a couple of shops that look vacant. They might be being utilized right here on 170th Street and 15. I can see the sign down on the corner. Sabbath Mission Church. And then in the windows down here, looks like True Life Faith and Teaching Institute. Although I don't know if they're open. It is summertime. And the old Archer train station. Sounds like someone's in there working on it right now. It's also a museum, and it looks like they're open on Saturdays, September through June. Oh, I see a historic sign down the way. Yeah, right over here. We'll check it out. Yeah, I'll look back where we just walked. This is downtown Archer. Looks like they have a farmer's market on Tuesdays, 3 to 7, according to that sign. We've seen so many train stations across Florida now. They all look kind of similar. They're either wood or brick. Those are the two main forms of materials. David Levy Yulee and the Cottonwood Plantation. In 1853, he incorporated the Florida Railroad, which, when completed in 1860, passed through Archer, connecting Fernandina, hope I said that right, and Cedar Key. Now, we've been to Yulee Springs and the Yulee Sugar Mills. That's the same guy over in Homosassa Springs, the Yulee Sugar Mills. I'm pretty sure that's the same dude. And it goes on to tell more history. If you take a screenshot, it'll last longer. So the railroad tracks obviously used to run right through here. No longer here anymore. Cool that they still have the signal mechanisms up on the side. And then across the way is that old factory. Let's check that out. So at the corner of Southwest 134th Avenue and 170/135, it's like a 5-point neighborhood. You have the old Archer Machine Factory. And it looks like, yeah, it's definitely not up and operating. Looks like something you would see in a movie, right? So this once was the Maddox Foundry and Machine Works, and it was built in 1905. Did a little history search. I've seen recent pictures of inside there. When I say recent, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So this place hasn't closed, hasn't been closed for too long, but it is definitely sitting vacant. See all the glass windows, some of them popped out there. Looks like it's all locked up. After our emergency contact. Wonder how old that sign is. Let me peek through the gate. That looks like it was the main office. And then behind it, check out the brick. You can definitely tell it's from the early 1900s. Looks like there used to sit an old, maybe train car or steam engine right there on those tracks. See the track and the awning? Something used to sit there. I'm on cityofarcher.com. Look at that. And it says this factory, established in 1905 as a machine shop to service the local mining industry, Maddox Foundry is now in its 2nd century of operation. Archer is very grateful with the Maddox family for the support it has provided. This hasn't been updated because in that picture it looks pretty nice and not terribly long ago. And it looks like people are kind of maintaining this property even though the factory is not open. I see some newer stuff, equipment sitting in the back. Yeah. This is out in the middle of nowhere. A machine factory. Really quiet small town. If it wasn't for the little road noise and whoever's working inside there and the cicadas, it'd be very quiet. So this place still has power and it still has security. I see security cameras all the way around it. So whoever owns this, which it's probably still the Maddox family, they're just not utilizing it anymore. But I bet it looks awesome inside, huh? We'd love to take a look. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is go back to my car and explore more of the streets of Archer. There's quite a few things down along these streets that I wanna see. And then after we leave Archer, we may head back to Williston, back to Levy County, and explore more stuff there. And thankfully, before I started the video, I stopped at Publix and I bought 2 giant bottles of water, and I've already drank about 1. It is freaking hot. It feels like, it is 92, but it feels like 120. We've been complaining about the heat and the dryness here in Florida. We've had a bit of a dry spell. And look at this beauty. Bethlehem Presbyterian Church. Not too far from the factory. Actually, it's right behind here, about a block away. This church has been preserved. Let me get back so you can see it in the frame. See it in frame. There's also a historic sign over here. Read in just a second. Wow. Very old. There's also one of these free libraries over here that I always have to see what's inside, so that's next. It says this Presbyterian Church was first organized in 1866 at Wakahuta, a farming community southeast of Archer. The early members were pioneer families from South Carolina. Their first pastor, the Reverend William McCormick, founded other pioneer Presbyterian churches in Alachua County. After the Civil War, Archer grew rapidly due to its railroad connection. In 1875, the Bethlehem congregation left rural Wachusett and regrouped in Archer. The existing church, the one you're looking at right here, was built in 1884, featuring the original wainscoting and woodwork remains largely intact. Wow. So this was built in 1884. Gonna walk up to the door here. Looks like there's a historic plaque. I'm sure this has to be, yep, on the National Register of Historic Places. And I want to mention, I've showed it in a video before, but my great-grandfather's church, he was a minister of in Indiana, near Louisville, Indiana, in between there and Newcastle. It was built in I believe 96, and is also on the National group of historic places. So one reason why I like to point out old churches is because I have a little bit of a connection. My great-grandfather was a Quaker minister and taught in a little historic church. And that's where my dad used to go. He loved that church. He talked about it all the time. Little free library. This one is stacked. Let's see what's in here. Oh, there we go. Close my eyes. Looks like John Green in here. The Fault in Our Stars. Shout out to my cousins Allie and Macy on YouTube. I know they love John Green. Look at this. What is this? Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pies. That's what I missed. Yeah, think about it. Okay, at first I thought this was like an old school. This is a house. I think there's like a large brick wall, but it definitely looks like a solid structure. That's the way to do it. A little wall around your castle. Huh. Never seen something like that. Yeah, there's a house in there. And on that same road, which just happens to be Church Road, another impressive looking church. This one with a bell tower and a bell in it. Also very old. Looks like this is the First United Methodist Church of Archer. There's a plaque. Also has stained glass. Very cool looking. Archer United Methodist Church, established 1891. So this church may be older by a few years. It does look it. Wow. Yeah, it's got a cool bell tower up there. This church does not have a free library, but it has a food pantry. Take what you need, bring what you can. Above all, be blessed. Take a look in there. There's actually food. People donated food. Oh, that's really cool. I see some Williston peanut butter in there. Local Florida-made peanut butter. That's cool. I'm gonna zoom up to that tower. There's the bell. I'm sure that's pretty loud. The sun's hitting it perfectly. Great lighting for video. What do you think? You can hear my car. I'm keeping my car cool. It's so hot. Ooh, my camera's hot. Oh boy. Look at this beauty. Wow. Look at that Victorian. Majestic looking house. I like the color. Blue. There's a car coming. Oh, notice the bicycle mailbox. Yeah, that's a really pretty house. And then immediately right next door to that house, look at this. Hiding back there. Old shack. Private property posted all over it. And there's the other side. Yeah, I don't think anyone's living there. That's an old one. An oldie but a goodie, as I say. Or someone once said. Alright, so coming back into Archer on this side of town, you can see the factory from a different angle. Check this out. Yeah, zoom in for you. Now this sign over here, it says coming soon, ultimate boat and RV storage. So it looks like this property has been purchased. This factory may not be around for much longer, if I had to guess. They're gonna store a bunch of boats and RVs here. And back up at the crossroads, Highway 41 and State Road 24. Looks like an abandoned building over there. I came over here to show you somewhere I've eaten before. Look at this. Los Avena Mexican restaurant, this roadside Mexican restaurant. I ate before. I don't know if I got that on camera, but it was after I visited a little town called Newberry, which is just north of here. It was pretty good. I think I had the carne asada, the steak. It was really good. It's a really good looking water tower, isn't it? I want to go up there. Always have to get my What's Eating Gilbert Grape reference in when I see a water tower. I've actually visited that water tower in Texas, the filming locations of What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That was a fun day. I really enjoyed that movie. So, what am I doing here? This is Midwest Feed and Farm, or should I say, it used to be. Not much going on here. This canoe right over here caught my eye because this looks like a 15-foot Coleman, like I used to have. That is exactly like my old canoe, just sitting there. Cool. It's even got, oh yeah, it's even painted green. So I had a red Coleman canoe that I once painted green. Was this mine? That's kind of freaking me out. It made it all the way up here. I sold it to a dude a couple years ago in Oldsmar. Noticed something on the porch. There's a thermometer. Let's see if it works. Ooh, it's glass. It's pretty. It's got cows on it. Yeah, it does work. So yeah, we're about 105 right now. Woo! Fixed it. Oh, there's a saddle. There's an old saddle on the wall of this feed store. That's neat. What do you think? You think those gumballs are any good? Would you pay 25 cents for one? Ha ha! Oh my gosh, yeah. Wow, look at this place. Looks like it's just sitting vacant. I'm sure someone still owns this. No More Midwest Feed Store. I'm from the Midwest, so that's a cool name. Originally from Indiana, if you didn't know. I say it all the time. And at the corner of US 41 and Alabama Avenue, right here in Archer, look at this. Another beauty. Windows, doors, all pushed in, the glass broken. This is a relic. Let's take a peek inside. There's also an old crane sitting back there we'll take a look at. Whoa. Oh my gosh. So, check this out. It's all caved in. What a mess. Hey, wonder if it's still got power. The switches are there. And look up there. Oh my golly. And come over here. Gotta watch out for the broken glass. Melee vacuums. May have been an old vacuum store. Someone broke the window here. Oh yeah. Look at that disgusting mess. Yeah, it looks like an old cabinet. Maybe flooring. Home decor. Wow. There's an old printer there. Ha! Yeah, this place is cool. Ooh, the chandelier's still hanging. That's neat. Oh wow. Watch. Ooh. Don't turn too quickly right there. That would have been. Ooh. Ow. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Across the way here, an Ace Hardware. Very small Ace Hardware in a place called Mustang Grill and Bar, which is not quite open yet. Or maybe not open at all. I think it's just a little early. Coming back down the hill to take a look at this crane. That's cool. Yeah. Looks like there's a tree growing up in it. See that? You definitely climb up there. Oh yeah, very cool. Go all the way around it. Look like it's a Bantram crane. Very neato. S626 model. And this is the backside of that abandoned place. Yeah, that's a mess. It looks like at some point it may have caught on fire. Oh wow, there's another piece of equipment just kind of sticking out of here. It's like an old bucket. Yeah, look at that. That's really neato. Cool. And now at the Archer Community Center, which is the historic Archer Gymnasium. This used to be attached to the old high school. There's a history sign over here. I kind of briefly read it. I'll go back to it in a second to show you. Very beautiful building. Definitely can see that it's old and has been restored. Yeah, the sign's right over here. Also, there's a war memorial in memory of the men and women from the Archer community who have given their lives in the service of our country, dedicated to all veterans who served in the United States Armed Forces with devotion, loyalty, honor, and their determination to preserve our freedom. And there's a quote on the bottom: when you go home, tell them of us and say, for their tomorrow, we gave our today. John Maxwell Edmonds. As you can see, there's no wind. Archer School Gymnasium. The Alachua County Board of Public Instruction contracted with a firm of Winston and Perry to build a 3-story brick building for the Archer School west of an old wood frame building in 1917. The building housed grades 1 through 10 until 1925. When the 11th and 12th grades were added, Archer High School gained its accreditation in 1926 and graduated its first senior class that same year. Construction began in 1936 of a new gym building as part of the new Deal Works, that would have been FDR, Project 1189. It was completed the following year. The gymnasium was used as an auditorium for school activities and sporting events such as basketball. So they did play basketball in here. I'm gonna take a peek. I don't know if it's open. I doubt there's an old basketball gym still in here, but that would be cool. Definitely not a full-length gym. That looks really nice in there. There's a stage. I don't know if it's open. Nope. Maybe we can peek through the other window to see the gymnasium. So I'm thinking, this is where the old school used to sit. This vacant lot, if I had to guess. And then you walked over to the gym. Oh, that looks awesome in there. Yeah, I can definitely see an old basketball hoop may have been hanging up here before the stage, just like we saw up at the Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana, where I used to play ball. Yeah, really nice place. I could see someone having a wedding here. That would be cool. And there's an old piece of foundation, maybe a chunk of the old school. Maybe all that's left, if I had to guess. Just sitting here by the door. All right, folks, so I think I'm gonna leave Archer now and head back south. We're gonna pass through Raleigh. Next stop will be Williston, back to Levy County. This was a cool town, very quiet and very clean, very peaceful. I like it. And passing through Raleigh. And that was Raleigh. And now back in Williston. They have repurposed some of these old buildings. There used to be a lot more abandoned buildings right here near downtown. This is right off of Highway 27, aka Highway 41. Williston has really cleaned up the last several years. I've passed through here many of times making videos for different events, and they have really cleaned it up. This is cool what they did with this. Williston Fireman's Park. Let's go inside. Looks like you could reserve this area if you wanted to. It's really neat how they left that. Looks like they reinforced it with some newer brick here. And then the wall of the surviving building right there. That's really neat. And here's the front side of this stretch of buildings. Started right over there. So you can see many of these in the window have been condemned. Oh wow, look at this little doggy burger on here. That's cool. Condemned building. Actually, this whole row. Another burger there. Whoa. That used to be a tanning salon. A little hazy. Yeah, it looks like most of these buildings have been condemned. Main Street. And as you can see, if you go left, 27 continues. If you go right, 41, also 121 and alternate 27. Old train station over here. So now that these buildings have been condemned, are they going to be torn down or are they gonna be recycled like the one out back? So it looks like this very last building on this corner, 45 not condemned. From there on condemned. There's a pass-through. Check this out. There's a horse. It's a cool mural. This looks like it used to be, it's got the old tile up there. This looks like it used to be a building. I just made it like a pass-through. Oh wow, that's a giant dragonfly. Ah! Oh! Holy cow, did you see that? Dragonfly came right at me. I started to film it and it's like, not me, bro. Okay, so right after Store 21 here, there used to be, as you can see, there used to be a building right here. A couple of them. Wow, yeah, these are long gone. I remember there being a building here a couple years ago. And this is the last survivor on the corner at 27 and 41. What is this? Like the old murals here. The old car. Looks like this is for sale. See the old ice block tile? Antiques in the window. Oh wow, look at that tile. See the floor tile there? May have been an old antique shop before it closed down. So this was originally Citizens Bank. Look at that. I wonder if there's an old safe in there. It's got an upstairs, that's for sure. So it says right there below the Citizens Bank logo, it was built in 1914. Oh wow, look at that. There's an old trumpet and an accordion. All right, so I'm standing here where these old buildings used to sit, in between these two old ones. And across the way here, past 41, is City Hall. Check that out. Yeah, used to be buildings right here, and then back there is where we started. Fireman's Park. Ah, my car, right over there. Yeah. I hate to see old buildings go like that. That's what happens when no one can afford to maintain them. And the old Perkins State Bank is now the Williston Public Library. Looks like 1936 to 1991 it was the bank. Busy highway. Right on the sidewalk there. I'm sure they widened this years ago. I'm sure there was more sidewalk. And Melanie's Restaurant. Antique car. It's an old Ford. I think it's a Ford. An old Ford Model A truck at Melanie's Restaurant right now. That's cool. I'm sure that's some good food. I've now moved east of town. This is Highway 27. Little park over here to my left. I've always wanted to stop and look at this stuff. I've passed it so many times. There's something right here. We'll check that out. And then there's a giant cannon down this hill here, this little park here in Williston. So you see what's going on here. There's a cannon. There's a stone something right there. We'll read that in a second. And then over there, there's an old piece of machinery. Let's check out this cannon first. It's a howitzer. This howitzer 8-inch M2 cannon was secured by the city from the Anniston, Alabama Army Depot on April 30th. Hey, that's my birthday. 1975. Williston was incorporated as a town in 1897 and charted as a city in 1929. On October 10th, 1915, this area was designated as a public park by the mayor of town council in a deed from J.B. and P.A. Epperson. It is known as Epperson Park. Well, there you go. The sign said it all. Very cool that they got this on my birthday. That's a big howitzer. Wow. You should have seen the truck they pulled it with. That's pretty cool. It's a big 8-inch gun. It's cool it's sitting here. And this right here looks like it belonged to an old mill or something. An old steam pump, perhaps? An old engine? Oh, there you go. It's electric. Electric generator. I should have known. An electrical distribution system was purchased for $33,000 on June 11th, 1923 from the Williston Manufacturing Company. Included was the generator, ice plant, cold storage plant, water tank, a 10-year-old bay horse named Charlie, and a wagon with a harness. This generator was used for 7 years to produce electricity, and it had a capacity of 100 gigawatts. No, it's actually kilowatts. Williston was incorporated as a town in 1897. It goes back and talks about the history again of Williston. That's pretty cool. It says Fairbanks Morse right on the side there. So this used to generate the power here in Williston. Give me the power. It's a pretty cool feature here in this park, Ierson Park. Yeah. Across from Badcock and more. If you need some furniture, right over there. And it appears this park stretches way back. There's a skate park back there. Williston Skate Park. Wow, look at this big barn. This sits right next to Ierson Park. Actually, there's a Dollar General that sits right between there and the park. Wow. That's something you don't see every day. It's a big barn. There's another one back here. Okay. Posted no trespassing. Looks like it used to be some sort of a feed plant. Railroad tracks. Oh, there you go. There's some cars back over here. It's some sort of a co-op. Looks like it's still going too. Yeah, right next to the railroad tracks. Look at all those wagons in there. Zoomed in so you can see all the wagons there. So we're going down this street. I wonder if that is citrus. And I had to drive around to see the skate park. Welcome to Ierson Park, or should I say, welcome back. It looks like they have a little bowl here. And it's pretty old. This is for you skaters out there. And before the skate park, a little bit of hopscotch. Also a basketball court. Got a little vert. Fun. Play. Hey. Might be the smallest skate park I've ever seen. Now this is for a beginner like me. Look at this. Yeah, a little bowl. Skate. That's neat. Yeah, I've been showing a lot of skate parks lately. It's kind of cool seeing them out in the middle of rural Florida. Last one we were at was Zephyr Hills. Who remembers that video? All right, I'm on top of the vert ramp. Check this out. In the middle of Ierson Park, there's like a giant sinkhole. Look down there. Yeah, I don't think you want to swim down there. Just a big hole. Yeah, this is right in the middle of the park. Right through there is where we saw the howitzer barbed wire. I'm sure having fun. I like to play. I thought these were restrooms. I think at some point they were, but they're not quite operational. Sorry, I was watching Return of the Jedi last night with Chris the Girl. And we've seen the Archer train station today. How about the historic Williston train station? There's actually several tracks, several lines that run through Williston. So there's a couple of old train stations. One I've shared before. There's one that sits back more on 27 and 41. This one's cool. I haven't shown this one before. It's a good spot to in the video. Thank you for watching Florida Roadside Attractions and Abandoned Places. I am Tampa J, and thanks for sticking to the end. We're gonna be back at it. This summer, I'm gonna explore more of Florida. As I said before, there's always much ahead. Love this series. This is some of the most fun content to create for myself. Just getting in the car, documenting what pops up. There was a lot of things today that I wasn't expecting to see, and that's the fun part about this. And it wouldn't be the same without you guys. Much ahead. There's gonna be more Florida Roadside Attractions and Abandoned Places episodes coming at you real soon. So stay tuned. If it was your first time here, make sure you subscribe below and check out my Roadside Attractions and Abandoned places playlist on the main page of my YouTube channel. If you want to see more episodes like this, and if you subscribe to that playlist, it will also bring up the latest episode next time I release one. Just had to say that all here at the end. I appreciate you guys sticking with me always. Always, there's much ahead. We'll see you next time, guys. Be safe out there. And know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead for you, my friend. Yes, I'm talking to you. Got a 2-hour drive back to Tampa, just about. I'll be there before I know it. All right, bye-bye.